Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you hey okay? In the neck of the woods? What up? What up? Manners and respect, man. I your girl, Debbie from Donga Yard. Welcome you all to the Jamaican kitchen. Welcome once more. It is the Jamaican cooking journey. And if you're very new right on over here, special welcome. Those of you who were there with me from the beginning of this very journey and you're still here, manners and respect. On today's episode of the Jamaican cooking journey, we'll be making some porridge. I'll be making for you oats and green plantain porridge. You could use green banana also. You could also use a ripe plantain to put with the oats. So I've gone ahead right here and I'm pre-soaking some old-fashioned oats, and this was shy of a cup. It wasn't fully a cup. So I am using these condiments. I don't have, you always see me in my porridge videos with a cinnamon sticks, cinnamon leaves and sticks. I don't have, but I have it in St. Mary, and those of you who are following me on the Jamaican Debbie Deb's train, you will know that, I go to St. Mary from time to time and we have the property there. I'm going to take you there and show you the direct cinnamon, our Jamaican cinnamon leaf, how it grows. So make sure you're following me on that channel. If you're not, I'm going to leave the link in the description. You go click on it and you might just want to stay with us. Subscribe when you go there. So I'm going to be using, in space of my cinnamon leaves, I'm going to be using a little cinnamon powder and all of that. If you have mixed spice too, you could put a little. Hence, let us continue. Right on over here, I've got a pot. Yeah, I have one pot over here, so with some freshly squeezed coconut milk. You want your coconut milk in there. You don't have and you don't want to. Some people say them not have the time. You can use your coconut, tin coconut. Better yet, if you have the cream, coconut cream, it will be better. So look at me here. Instead of water, or I'm substituting this coconut milk for water. I've got my kettle here and I'm going to put it on in case I need a little extra liquid. So I've got my coconut milk here and I'm letting it come to a boil on the medium, because if I let it come to a boil on the eye and I do not pay attention, it will come right over. Now that that is happening, our water is there getting hot, and all of that, riding and whistling, making yourself and in your kitchen, moving like a pro in your kitchen in this pandemic where you can't get for go as all you about. Even if you buy a little food, you have to walk up and down, you can't sit down and get to dine. You need to be utilizing your kitchen more. So we've got our pot right there. We've got our kettle right here. Our oats is right here. Hope you're following me, and I hope I'm not going too fast. I've got me here one green plantain. This is not banana. This is plantain. Green plantain. So you're gonna notch it at the top and at the bottom. You could put, if you are doing more than one, you could put a little oil, but I'm not doing more than one. So I'm just using it. So you could just turn your water down a little. Upon me about me a water run. Come in 2 tools from this, me not have none. So you want to peel. You just want to use your thumb finger. If you want to put on your gloves, put on your gloves. No problem. You know Debbie an old timer, Debbie not going to put on no gloves. So if this, you don't, some people might use this to core, peel off the skin, but me not really say good at that. But if you feel like this is the better way for you, go ahead. Okay? So I'm going to use my thumb and I'm going to just get the skin off. It's a bit cracky because the plantain is to perfection. So look at me here now. You just take your time and you deal with it. Make sure you get all the green skins off. Now make nobody tell you, say, put the green skin in it because it good for you. Hello, how do you do please? The skin is bitter. Okay, so I'm going to go finish this and return. Must soon come. We are back. Let me dry my hands. Yeah. So let me get back to what I was saying. Me say people come and said, "Oh, why are you peeling the skin?" No, we don't peel. We not cook plantain skins in Jamaica. You see, unless we're feeding it to our pigs and something. Don't let anybody tell you to peel it with the skin and blend it up. It doesn't work that way. Unless you want some bitter porridge. So you could do it this way, but I'm showing you. This is the correct way. So you go fast or you go slow according to how you can manage. You're just learning, you go like this. Me there a long time, me all vetting at this, so me a slice up this, and all of that. Riding and whistling, kettle start boil, right off. That's how you ride and whistle in your kitchen, and you prep over on your coconut milk. Look if it is coming to a boil and all of that. If it's not, then you proceed. These drop right here. You're not nasty. Your countertop or your working area is clean. Right now into your what is this thing? Your blender. So what you're gonna do now, you're gonna catch a little water, a little extra water. You don't want to put too much. Okay, this is what we have, and this is happening. Yes, looking at our milk, and it is there. Yeah, it'll warm up. You can see the heat coming out of it. Right onto our unit, depending on what the mode on your blender, your Ninja, that's it, near weight name, whatever, Ninja blender, whatever you want to use, your food processor. We want to get a smooth mixture by blending this green plantain and the oats. I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna use chop on mine. Few seconds of chopping there, and I'm gonna go now and I'm gonna put it on liquefy. I'm gonna do that, and when you see me next, it's gonna be a smooth paste, and we're gonna go over onto our stove. Must soon come. Going too fast. You're gonna put in here. We didn't have cinnamon leaf, so I'm gonna put in here, and this is, I would say this is about a half of a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. You don't want no more for this amount of porridge. For if you full this spoon too tight, you don't need for cook porridge to serve the whole world. So maybe I was going too fast. You put it in there. You could put it in the porridge when it starts cooking, but it would be it would be harder to dissolve. So let's continue. Okay, so my milk started getting too hot and started like it wanted to come over, so I turned my flame down. Now I am going to pour in my mixture, and you want to get your mixture as smooth as you can. Okay, as smooth, and you see what is happening right there. Yeah, so you're gonna start stirring. So you're stirring with one hand, depend if you're a left-hander, you do your thing. So you're stirring and you're pouring, stirring and pouring on medium heat right there with the coconut milk, stirring all around and all of that, right around. There be a chat too much, yeah, but I want the people to get it. I want the people to make them porridge dine cold, and then want some porridge in their system and all of that. Okay, it's in. This is so beautiful. Can't afford to let it waste. A little hot water here, swirl it around right in here. That is why you must always have hot water. If you put some cold water in this, you know what is gonna happen? It is gonna just lower the temperature, and you don't want that. It's getting thick, really thick, so we are gonna pour a little more water as we go along. Stirring. You don't want to put too much one time, because you don't want this porridge to come turn some water porridge, you know. So now that you have put it in, you want to put a different mode to the stirring. You want to put your spoon at the center, and you want to just go like that. Then on the outer part and all of that. Everything is coming in well nice. Get your flame down. This porridge doesn't take a long time to cook. Oats can be add raw. The plantain doesn't take a long time. We whipped it out. The longest thing there is the coconut milk. We're going to give this porridge 10 minutes on the low. Okay? Occasionally come in to scrape it around and to stir and to look at the consistency of what you have. Now for me, at this point, I'm going to be putting in some vanilla. You don't want to put too much either. Remember that is liquid. So I think I put there about a tablespoon and a half of vanilla. And that is not the extract, like the strong one. So you want to get this vanilla all dissolved in there. Now, if you're going to be sweetening with your other milk, like your almond, your whatever, fresh milk, whatever milk, I'll be using evaporated milk. You don't want to get it too thin at this point, because you're going to need the extra thickness from now, that when you put your other milk, it is at the right texture for porridge. Try to know porridge consistency. You don't want it too thick. Remember, oats and plantain, they have a lot of body. I am cooking, you see it, pop, pop, but I think I need a little more liquid. So this is how you go, a little at a time. Yeah, and you make sure you dissolve this liquid in there properly. Some people still not getting it, you know. And as I said to you, you don't cook this porridge as long as the cornmeal. It doesn't have anything in there for you to cook. You just want to cook it for 10 or 12 minutes the most to make sure your coconut milk is properly cooked. So look at me. You see, I put the water, but it's still not dissolved. So you want to make sure it's properly dissolved. So on the low, next to low, you know, not fully low. And this is what you have. This is green plantain and oats. So I'm going to let it cook. And then when I return, at a certain interval, I'll have to put my grated nutmeg. I'm going to grate some nutmeg. I got here whole flax seeds. And I have got here crushed flax seeds. I normally just, after my porridge is finished, just put some flax seed in there. Let me turn my flame down. The power, look at the power. Look at the power of this porridge. Let it cook. Look at it. Let me turn it up a bit. Let me show you. You see it there? Yep, that's the power. So turn it, give it a stir. And all of that. Now, I normally, just when my porridge is through, I normally put some flax seed in there. And all flax seed. Some people say, Debbie, no, you don't get anything out of the flax seed like that. But look here, you have to use the powdered one. So I just got some crushed one too. I use both of them. Flax seed is good for your nerves, but remember this thing is thick too in it, has a thickening thing about it. So when we return, we're gonna add our milk, add some of the flax seed, whether crush or whatever I want. But I normally just use I see me have a good supply and the both of them. Me normally use this. Just and it's my porridge is finished. Just put it in there, the warm porridge, mix it and have it. But I tried what you say, because me don't know everything. So me soon come. Okay, we are back. I'm gonna put in some fresh nutmeg. Oftentimes we do this. I am always guilty of doing this too. But the correct way, you grate it, because sometimes you know you do it and the nutmeg fall from your hand and right in the porridge. So freshly grated nutmeg, and you see most of it I've got it, so can't look at me, I put too much pressure. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you know. So we're dropping this in. So what kind of measurement that, Miss Debbie? This is like about 1/16 of a teaspoon. Yeah. This is a nice spice, and as it nutmeg eats the heat, you have to make sure you use your nutmeg and let it go through with the heat. You know, don't put the nutmeg in the porridge when it come off. No? So now I am going to be using my milk. I'm going to be using some evaporated milk, and my one comes just like this. I've washed it and all of that. This is how some of them come now in Jamaica. So your almond milk, whatever milk you're using at this point, it is time now to put it in, because you also want the milk to get a little cooked through. So just as how we did the other, remember this is less watery. So look at it now. Do the same thing. Next patient, same treatment. Whilst you're pouring it in, you're stirring it. And you can see that it has changed the whole texture of the porridge. The porridge has started to become more creamy, right? I don't even know how much these things hold. They're like some little baby stuff. But sometimes when you don't get it at the supermarket, this is how you get it. At our corner shop in Jamaica. And we have to support the local corner shop then, because you don't know it go. Yeah. Now, look at this. Look at this. This has given it, in that you see it, the right texture. We're not finished as yet. Let's continue stirring it in. Our heat is still there. So you want to stir it in real briskly, some brisk stirring, scraping around the sides and all of that. And people might want to ask, Debbie, my porridge always come lumpy. You need to stir some more. The stir helps to alleviate the lumps. So look at this now. Under low heat, so dissolving your evaporated, your almond milk all together. Look at the difference of it now. This is the direct porridge consistency. So you want the porridge to look, you know. Try not to forget your salt. Not to forget a little salt at this time. Your hands clean. You're going to put a little measurement of salt to bring the flavors together. And I would say, I'm at the wrong part, I would like about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And this is not quarter, this is more. So I'm going to throw this out. Okay? If you, when you stir it and it comes together and you want a little more, you can always add a little more. You see it? Green plantain and oats porridge. Doesn't take long to cook, family. Once 10 to 12 minutes, you are good. And this porridge is one of the most nutritious porridge. It's strong and all of that. At this point, I'm going to fold in about this, because you can't put too much of this, you know, because this thing will get it extra thick. So I'm going to put about this in there. That's flaxseed to help with the nerves, then nerve building and all of that. So you want to stir this in and all of that. Stir it in thoroughly. At this point, my porridge is through cooking. I'm going to turn my flame off. The very last thing I have is some sugar. Remember not to sweeten with the flame under your porridge. I'm using about 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm gonna like fresh porridge. Look at it. And I'm gonna go sweeten, come back. I'm gonna plate up some for you, right in your face. Green plantain and oats porridge in Debbie's kitchen. You can do it in a year too. Must soon come. Okay, we are back. Properly sweetened. Sweetened to your taste. Sweetened to your liking. Pouring some for you. Hold your pot high if you're doing like me. If you want to use a ladle, go ahead. If you're doing like me, hold your pot high. You know, try to maneuver yourself with this hot thing. From my kitchen to yours. From my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. It is Debbie's green plantain and oats porridge with coconut milk. Done just for you. Please do enjoy. I'm showing you the power, the strength of this porridge. And all of that. We are back. A little tip for you. You have poured that and you have left back in your pot. When you're covering, don't cover it full. It's going to sweat. Water is going to steam. It's going to make some water come to the top. And you're going to have a watery porridge. You cover like this and leave a little hair where fresh hair can, with hair and there. And then your porridge is good to go. Once you cover it right over, you're going to, when you come back, you're going to say, oh, the porridge gets some water and thin out. A little porridge tip for you. If you have liked this video, show them it, Dad. Remember to make sure that you give me a big fat thumbs up. Okay? Remember to make sure that you're subscribed to the Jamaican Cooking Journey. When you do subscribe, remember to touch the bell. Press up the notification bell so that you can be in order when my next video or another upload is being published. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Remember to check out our family channel. Remember to check out our country channel. Okay? And also remember to check out our mukbang channel. All the link to all those channels will be in the description of this video. Our PayPal link, our Cash App, our Zelle, our Instagram, and also our email address. Remember to be you, do you. Most of all, love you some of this strong body porridge in your kitchen.